Back with the Secretary of State on the OTR Pop Quiz, which is about state symbols. So let's turn to nature. What is the official state tree of Massachusetts? And there is a multiple choice in the screen. Is it the American elm? Is it the maple? Or is it the oak?
I would say American elm.
That's it. Maple is the state tree of Wisconsin. The Charter oak, which was the white oak, is the state tree of Massachusetts, but American elm is the correct answer. Our final question, did you know that the Commonwealth has an official insect?
If you say so.
Well, it does. So which is it? Is it the firefly? Is it the ladybug? Or is it the grasshopper?
It's the ladybug.
It is the ladybug. It's also the official state insect of New Hampshire.
Is it
Very
possible
good.
you actually voted on that before, when you were a state legislator? I think
I
maybe
don't
perhaps.
remember. I know this. We print a booklet, a ladybug booklet.
Oh, there you
So
go.
we had an
Very
So
good.
one benefit of my publication.
Very
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Back to more serious questions. You recently denied former Speaker Sal DeMacy a license to lobby at the State House. He's still appealing your decision, but explain why he shouldn't be allowed to work on Beacon Hill on behalf of clients.
I'm not going to discuss the DeMacy case. He has a hearing pending. I only say the law is quite clear. It speaks of an automatic disqualification for those convicted of certain crimes.
And crimes that are closely associated with being a lobbyist, is that fair
Yes.
for me to say?
I want to move on to the marijuana business. Your office is charging a marijuana business with state security law violations. The company, and I want to say it right, Positronic Farms, if I say it correctly, wants to start a cultivation business at a former Holyoke paper mill. So do these pot companies have a track record in other states of either following the law or circumventing it?
Well, it varies. I mean, we've had a lot of medical marijuana companies that have been very diligent about following the law. Our concern is not so much about the marijuana product as it is about investors being misled into believing this is a, get in the ground floor. We want to make sure that everyone knows what they're investing in. It's the investors. If they're offering something as an investment here, they need to be registered with my office.
Do you get the sense that a lot of these companies are aware of the laws and they're breaking them, or do you think that they are just unaware because they're starting up and just...
Well, I don't know how they could be unaware, but in any case, our goal is to protect investors. It's less about these companies, it's more about investors and making sure people don't lose their money or are misled. In some of the investigations we've been involved with, we have entities that haven't even bothered to apply for a marijuana license, and they're soliciting people to invest in something that doesn't exist.
Interesting. Okay, let's turn back the clock to 2018. You lost the state convention endorsement, but then you got the largest statewide vote of any candidate of just a few months later. So, what's the deal for 2020? Are you game for an 8th term?
Well, I wouldn't be on the ballot in 2020 anyways. That's the presidential.
2022. I meant to say 2022. I'm sorry.
It's too early to discuss 2022. I have to get through 2020 first. Running the election in 2020. Our March 3rd presidential primary is going to be a real challenging event.
So you're still undecided about an 8th term?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think I don't know what I like what I do. I'm enjoying doing it, as challenging as it is. I want to continue doing it, obviously. That's why I ran for this term. I want to do a good job of this term. We'll see what happens in the future.
And as Janice said, you were the largest statewide vote getter. More than the governor, more than the attorney general, more than the senator.
He's not impressed with himself.
He's not even budging.
He's not impressed with himself, apparently.
That's what it is. Well, it's great to have you with us, sir, as always.
I'm delighted to be here, and hopefully I'll come back again.